Nigeria is number 3. Second to
and even good night, depending your time zone. I just want to make common sense as always. Sit at home on na babumba. If follow ya buzi ijiji bere lutu langi bazwa. Chile kamere. Sit at home na agbamba. Oh ya buzi ijiji bere lutu. Agwono franya mkode. Sit at home abi ijiji bere lutu. Mazi Simon Ekpa wan joku eberima. Bu ijiji bere lutu. Urejide kwezi these tools. Sit at home. As ijiji bere lutu again. If follow ya be here. Oh, ya be him really me. Solution one night for the weekend there. I say prayer. See federal government book or prayer mazim na am di okukano. Lo Brazil ha wan make obey their own court to show you la mwezi. Imalo mwezi. Court on ask about the last hope of a common man. La court on is set up one night. Powers that be. Yejidia. Now I bole. Solution now I say onto condition into court si wee kwu mana ọ bụrụzie na marapịa sikpọ izie ya ya bụ na obodo enwezi isi sikpọ ya na ya stand izie asọti. The reason bụ na ọ chọrọ ka enwe round table discussion and na ya nwere onwe ya kwetago la Nnamdi Kanu ji play a big role la that discussion. Solution lo onwe ya ọ confirm kwuole la sita do ma bụ okpotokpo ijiji berele otu. No, probably no man. Because la nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Obiano mere ihe dịrị omelie solution apụtakwala. Ife ọla ihe a abụrụgo inherited battle. Ife ọla ihe a abụrụgo inherited cause. Ọ na-afụ ụfụ n'ahụ. Mana agbara aka na-aza ala onye jiji na-etinye. Gee ntị. Ị mara sita doma leje eji nwa ya weta maapụ na ịla achọ. Biafra maapụ ahụ ịla achọ mgbe a. Ịmala sita doma je weta nwa ya. Oko. Ihe nọ bụ ịgbata m na Ekpa mgbala social media. Ekperima. Nigeria agent. Fulani agent. Today isolo bonye Kalaba. Tomorrow isolo bonye Ebonyi. Nwanne echi isolo nwoke m zuo ike. There is brains behind ihe every autopilot lema. Simon Sege. Nda na-achị anyị to Biafra. Ifu mere watch ya broadcast ya nya if not drag bago ha to Biafra. Or say that he will abakelekelize them to Biafra. Kama ka mbro onye abakeleke ma ya wenye m nwuru onwe a. Ihe nchogbu nwuru onwe. Kama ka mbro onye abakeleke and ọ ka ja ezigbote ihe arụ. Le o nwere onye abakeleke nọ ni nwa access to social media. Na hit ka wanko. Nwa access to social media. Ore ka nọ were kala abanwe ekperima mgbaba na. Efiru le ekperima bo side anyị ekperima bo onye ohi. Ọla abụghị la side ha le ekperima bụ ihe la agbaka knockout ekperima bụ bombo. Ọ sị la be ha le ekperima bụ bombo. Yedego. So sit at home on buzi ike ndị IPOB ji now for your information. Abụọ m onye IPOB o. Nke nji abụọ onye autopilot. The reason why I like your command and control. Iman command ya ka njebe protest no you fully well lampụta ebe a agba m egbe ma agba aka je because na dị agba aka achụ ihe la ata arụ Nigeria gọọmenti bụ ihe la ata arụ ịgbara aka pụta nneke sita home ka ekwuru nọ n'elu ụlọ ịgbara aka la achụ ihe la ata arụ ịgbara aka pụta ebe a sị gị pụta ịgbara aka pụta ihe la ihe something ata gị and ihe ata gị ọma ndị mma na ntị so inu sita home na ọrụ onwe gị n'ime ụlọ mgbe onye na-achị ya achị ja agba gị la mgbe ọbụla federal gọọmenti jụrụ ajụ ntị ọ dịkwa la mgbe ọbụla federal gọọmenti jụrụ ajụ la ihe ni kootu ni kwuru kootu ni asịla ọ bụ the last hope of a common man la ihe a kootu kwuru la mgbe ọbụla federal gọọmenti jụrụ ajụ la ha ama mmezi ya sikpọ izie Nnamdi Kanu the same people ji agwa gị nke pụtara the same gọọmenti ji protect gị mara n'ihe before Nigeria happen to you mara n'ihe ihe a na sita home na bụ ihe ejizi were negotiate ya ka eji adozi Soludo nwere ike asị onye si na ya kwuo Soludo nwere ike sizie onye gbadiri ya kwuru ihe nka ma ọ bụrụ na ọla omiluo ya ahụ o nwere ike asị ka ezi onye gbara ya kwuo mana ọ bụrụ omidiri ya ọ na-aka ọsọ ya abịala ụkwụ ọrụmazi ihe ọrụ because ọ felụọ ya okpotokpo sita home nọle ihu eji ya iwere na ịma ntụ ekperima egwu la brains behind autopilot isi adịghị mma ọ bụrụ na by now la ịmamele nwere brain behind ihe ahụ ha na-eme isi adịghị mma ama mbutezi Biafra map bụ iri nwoke na ihe a jiri enye gị na bụ activities a na ka eji ndị Niger Delta sita home na enwere ike ntị na enwere ike were sita home na jebe itie ndị Niger Delta abịa na ihe anyị chọrọ bụ nwere onwe rapụzie afa Biafra la anyị na-emezi sita home kemgbe Monde eji ya dogide or spread everywhere from there self Nigeria government adịkwuo used to it la ndị a na ha asara ha Biafra la every Monday la afia dị azụ that side kwe border la ihe a bụ border la from here now la afia la azụ from ebe a to ebe a na afia dị azụ from here to ebe a la ha asụrụ ebe ha la afia dị azụ ebe every Monday mana from ebe a to ebe a bụ Nigeria la afia la azụ from there Nigeria government are used to it. Common sense. From there, onye ziziri ka onye amị Nigeria eziri ka ọ bịa gbagbuo ndị Biafra maka na anọ sit at home. Ọ sị nna gịnị ka a na-agba ụgbọala ndị emekwele sit at home kemgbe 1 year 2 nna arapụrụ n'ihe ihe a na ọ lagbuoro onwe ya ekewabedi obodo ka ihe ọzọ ị na-achọ ịchọrọ ka ebute flag gosi gị ịchọrọ ka ebute maapụ ịchọrọ ka ị lara hụ na ka ewere anya gị agbara kala aza ala onye jiji ele etinye ejila ala achọghị m ka o too ogologo Simon Ekpa bụ ijiji berele utu were jide sit at home asị ijiji berele utu ọ bụla ịmabe maria by now la sit at home ahụ abụzi ife eji akpa ya agwa ajala ukwu anyị na-eri agwala arụ agwala akpa ya aja agwala ukwu ifo sit at home ahụ na-ebuzi ihe eji akpa ibi Biafra ajala ukwu solution biko ihe ahụ ana m aka ọlụzi your attention ọ bụla ịwọchị ya vidio ijekwa ihe afụkwa ya ele okwuoli ala ọ bụrụ ha ya na imelie ihe a lekwa ihe na-esu ya sit at home nke ogbo mana ọ bụla ime ya ludo dị so this is for work not talking ka Chineke mezie okwu a mezie ngị nwa ya bụ efe ya esi ka nwụta this boy ka igbu nie m kwụsịla na Biafra dị ka m gwara gị abụọ m eme mba mala we are mandated to say the truth. That is it. We are mandated to say the truth. Hapụ ekperima ya na-agba mba ọ ji emecha bụrụ the chief cornerstone ka m na-agwa ya ka Chukwu mezie okwu a ịnị ya nwee common sense ka ọ bụra gị n'aha
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it, farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to this particular radical awareness broadcast this evening as we continue to create awareness for the freedom of Biafra. As we continue to create awareness for Biafra exit from Nigeria, from a terrorist-controlled country, this year, 2023. I'm very happy to be here again for the second time. Today, we were supposed to have a different broadcast today, but we couldn't meet up because of meetings, one meeting to another. So, but we are able to have the second broadcast, which is what is coming this late. So, the first broadcast was analyzing and exposing the CBN Governor Emefiele alleged involvement in terrorism, and of course, we know that what happened there was just exactly why we are living in Nigeria, persecuting the Southerner Christian, who is the central bank governor, and punishing him, and then exonerating the northern terrorist. And from that analysis, you are able to see it is very clear that the impunity is also happening in crime. They discriminate against our own criminals. Okay? The discrimination is everywhere. They discriminate against our good people. They discriminate against our own criminals. And Emefiele is one of our criminals that's discriminating. They have accused him of corruption, bribery, fraud, sponsoring terrorism, and murder. So, by virtue of that accusation, we can say he's a criminal. So, he's our own criminal, and they are now, dealing with him. And if MFLA did not support Biafra, Nigeria will finish him. I am telling you, if MFLA did not support Biafra, Nigeria will finish him. They are going to deal with him like they did to other people. And the same thing goes to Wike. Wike. You know, we have not been talking about Wike. We have not been talking about Wike and or Wike. We have not been talking about him. And I think somehow Wike is doing something apart from the crime he committed against Biafrans, killing people in Obiubo. Wike is doing something. Wike is actually fighting some kind of fight that may lead to something. We have been watching and observing Wike lately. They say they have G governor, G5, they have this and that, and they have not anybody. And we are watching with one eye. With one eye. Wike is, irrespective of, our differences with him, irrespective of that we hate him, because I do hate him for killing Igbo people in Obiubo. I do not know, of course, that time he has to kill in order to please Fulani for 2023 presidency. That was when they were deceiving them. Kill. Don't allow IPOB. Don't allow Biafra. Don't do this. Don't do that. And they were having, competition. Who is going to kill more of Biafra people, IPOB members? And Wike took it upon himself, begin to kill and massacre people in Obiubo. And I believe if you touch Wike today, Wike will tell you he wants to solve the insecurity. And you ask yourself, is there any insecurity as at that time? The answer is no. They tell you there is answers and all that. But anyway, Wike is the only governor with autumn that is standing somehow and can speak to the power that be. So Wike also is in a very big mess. Wike is in the black book of Fulani because he has actually told them in their face, the way it is. He said he knows them very well. So when he say he knows them, he's not talking about other politicians. No, he said he knows Fulanis very well. And I believe that his kind of alliance with Governor Autumn, in that 5G governor, that Governor Autumn, because for Governor Autumn to be discussing with Wike and Wike acting the way he's acting, it means that what Autumn is doing, Autumn have actually, schooled Wike. So we will continue to observe Wike because the least person could do something that you can never believe. So Wike is somebody to watch out for. We know that in the past, anytime we talk about a politician, that is when the Nigeria will enter them. But this time around, it is the time that is very, very, very dangerous time we are into. So the choice you make today will go a long way determining your fate, both as a Nigerian and as a Biafran. So Wike is somebody that we are watching now because something may come out from Wike. but I don't know what it is. Well, so let us keep watching. I will be coming out small until I break the Akoyibo Nsugbe. Because Wike body language these days is something to watch out for. So, and don't be surprised. Wike will come one day and start shouting Biafra. I am telling you, I know he's going to watch this video. This Wike you see, may one day, not even next year, in this year, he may shout Biafra. And if he does that, I will not be surprised. But let us watch and see how it goes. Now we are responding to ECOWAS today and the United Nations. We're going to address their comment, and this addressing their comment will start at exactly when we have spent 40 minutes. From 40 minutes, we start this particular exposition. So let us hear some of the, the word coming from the United States congressmen, when the meeting between some Biafrans and, United States congressmen, and and I believe the Yorubas were part of it too. I don't know, but I want everybody to watch this.
The way it is currently, Nigeria is fighting both a religious war and a tribal war. And the religious war is from the people who want to implode and put in the jihadi, faction and way of life, as well as a tribal war where we are seeing the Igbos and the Yorubas and Hausas all saying that they want to separate from Nigeria. I feel like the first things to be on the agenda should be, how do we disintegrate Nigeria? How do we make Nigeria go back to, everyone goes back to their own particular space? Looking at the history of Nigeria, you would see that the founding fathers of modern day Nigeria never wanted Nigeria to work, and that's why they put Nigeria the way it is. And we have, we've spoken about how much people migrate to other parts of the world and develop other parts of the world. Most of the people who do this are the Igbo speaking tribe of Nigeria. They're the ones who are most concerned about development and progression. But there are some sect of people in Nigeria that are seeking to hold Nigeria down. And you've mentioned them. We all know them, and they're the Fulanis. They're the ones who are hell-bent on making sure that Nigeria becomes South Sudan or becomes Syria, and just ensure that the caliphate of militants, there will be a hybrid of militants that will be sent all the way from Nigeria to other parts of West Africa to cause even more havoc for Africans. So I would say this, and this is just my suggestion, it doesn't have to be followed, but I would say that right now, all hands should be on deck to see how we can disintegrate Nigeria. How can we ensure that people who are shouting or clamoring for Biafra, people who are clamoring for Oduduwa, people who are clamoring for whatever they are clamoring for, how can we ensure that they can go back and, create their own nations in Nigeria and see how those people can develop, collectively as a group or as a tribe? Because if not, if we continue to say that we want to go in and create a system whereby we help people in power, they've already infiltrated. We will only be, the Americans will only be giving the secrets to the enemies, and that's the fact. We would only be empowering the enemy for what they already.
All right, you're welcome back. And we are now starting, as you can just hear that. So the fire is everywhere. Okudiover. So you're welcome. We are going to, start the broadcast now. And those of you watching on TAR, we are here to tell you to come to our Enter Biafra Channel 1 or the Enter Biafra TV 1 and watch the broadcast, because we are going to cut you off after this 40 minutes, and we are cutting you off so you can come here, because we are building our own platform, so nobody will control what we do and how we do it. So come here and let us, from here, you share it to other social media that are blocking us every day. All right. So if you are watching from Twitter, please click, if you want to start making comment, click on the channel 1. If you just want to watch on a larger screen, click on the TV one. So those watching from Twitter, we are going to tell you goodbye and see you here. Just click the link and join us. Thank you. All right, there we go. Now let us respond to the United Nations and ECOWAS comment on Nigeria election. Before that, I want to show you one video from the Nigerian army. They say they are ready to fight. They say that we do not have what it takes to stop them. They say they have weapons and they have everything and what have you. And that we Biafra people don't have what it takes. My happiness is that, I want you to understand that we have defeated Nigeria and we have, let me tell you, they are talking about it, discussing it. That is the most important thing. They are discussing it. They know that something is happening.
All right. Let me first and foremost say this, that in the end, the good will always triumph over evil.
Exactly.
And
good.
Come what may, by the grace of God, elections will hold in Ebonyi State. They don't have what it takes to suppress the military and the other security agencies in the state. They do not have what it takes to suppress them. And we are
going to call you on the 26th of February and ask you how far.
Superior strategy, we have superior manpower, and we have superior equipment and weapon holding to tackle this miscreants.
They are calling us miscreants. They are calling Biafra miscreants. This man have weapon to use to conduct election, but he don't have the weapon to stop Fulani killings.
And so by the grace of God, we are assuring everybody in the state that the elections will come and hold. Well, we have plans already in place. We've been having consultative meetings with other agencies to this effect, and so we believe by the grace of God, everything will come out well, and the elections will hold in Ebonyi.
All right. So you see, they are having consultative meeting with other agencies, yet they claim to you that they are not worried. They are having meetings. They are telling you on video that don't worry. They have been having meetings. They have weapons. They have manpower. You can imagine a country that the military is speaking like this. That is the same country that the United Nations and the ECOWAS is telling you that nobody will take you as a refugee. Tell them to get the borders prepared. For those who will not stand the heat must leave and take refuge in a neighboring country. It is a universal law. It is their own law. Okay? When it comes to Nigeria, they want you dead. They do everything possible. They take your resources, they take your right, and they want you to remain in Nigeria and die in Nigeria. And this particular generation, they have at their end. Because this generation got I get you to this generation will shock the UN. This generation will shock the ECOWAS. This generation will shock all these terrorists sponsoring and aiding organizations. You see, military is telling you that they have weapons, they have arms, they have everything, and because of what they have, they believe that the election will hold. So which means the election is a militarized election. What you want to have in Nigeria is a militarized election, a conflict election. Okay? A militarized election, a conflict election, a terrorist election, and what have you. Election that is going to be conducted under the most hostile situation in the world. Is that a democratic election? Are you going to say that is going to be election? Because the point is that military say come. We have weapon, we have guns, we have machine that that the Biafra people cannot withstand. And under that heavy gun battle, you are going to have election. That is what the military is telling you. I do not know. Military is telling you that the war will be declared open, and in case Biafra people come out with arms and ammunition to fight Biafra war, which has started, the military is telling you that under the circumstances of that war, they are going to conduct election. And let me tell you, we heard that they are planning to transport some people to a government house. And inside government house, they will pack everybody, all the government workers. That is what they are planning in each state. Every government house will be filled with people, and they are going to vote in government house. And I look at them and I look at them and I laugh, So all the word is going to be in the government house. This government house, is it the one that is in Biafra land? Or after they pack the people inside the government house, are they going to carry the government house to Abuja? Because I want to know, is the government house still the one that you are going to see in Biafra land, or a government house that is somewhere in Abuja? Because we need to know. Because I have had this kepu. I've had the kepu that they are planning to transport people like 2 days, and they are going to pack everybody. You can imagine, like, say, a place like Ebonyi State. All the register, if the registered voters in Ebonyi State is like 1 million, okay? In 1 million, the government transport 1 million people into the Ebonyi State government house, and they will sleep there for many days, and they will feed them. And the military will be there. And they will bring voters card and say, why the one vote here? Why the two vote here? Inside the government house. And after such election, some people will still come out to say, yes, they are in Nigeria. No. Tell the military that if election is conducted inside government house, automatically, the government house has become a Nigerian embassy in Biafra. I am telling you, do not say that I'm joking. Any government house that use that part, any governor that use the government house as a unit for the entire state, we will declare that government house Nigeria embassy in Biafra land. I am telling you, go and mark it. If a Ebonyi State government house is used to validate Nigeria in Biafra land, from that night, that government house of Nigeria in Biafra. Don't say I didn't say it. Don't take this word for granted. I am telling you, there is a difference between declaration and referendum. We will turn that place. And it is going to be a temporary embassy. We cannot give our structure to Fulanis. No. It will become a temporal embassy for Nigeria. And that will continue until maybe transitional government and stuff like that happen. I am telling you the fact. So tell them, as they are preparing to host, carry everybody in the state. Of course, I'm talking about everybody. Nobody is with them. The only people that will follow them and enter the government house will be the government workers that, following them with threat. If you don't come, we'll sack you. That's all. And they will not follow you because they want to follow you. They follow you because they don't have money to eat. So you have to give them their salary. They follow you by mandatory. And those of them following you is that they are not sure of this, Biafra coming, Biafra not coming. What if it did not come? What? So they are going to follow you because of that. But after following you, you will release them to Biafra people and will accept them because they are our brothers and sisters. And then you can stay there. You can live there with helicopter. Other helicopter from That is if we don't have a no flying zone. Can other helicopter come and pick you from Hogome house and take you out? You stay there on exile until further notice. So I want you people to understand that the United Nations have made a comment saying violent, that no nation is ready to take Nigerian refugees. Why after that, Nigeria military in Ebonyi State, they are threatening you that they have guns, they have weapons, they have everything to kill in order to conduct election. So which means on election day, they will be killing others and others will be having the election. I'm just wondering, so who is this man that is going to see how they are killing your brother, and then they will tell you, okay, go vote, let me kill them. Go and vote, let me kill them first. And the person will be hearing, woto, woto, and he carry PVC. I want to go and vote to be. Or I want to go and vote Atiku. Or I want to go and vote Tinubu. All these people you are voting are all criminals. They are corruption, loaded with corruption, corrupt politicians that have nothing to offer. And what we are fighting is a just cause. We are fighting so that crimes will end. We are fighting so that Nigeria internet fraudsters who hide under Nigeria as a safe haven will be get rid of. And they get a better things to do and not putting people in mental state, especially those in other countries. Those old women and old men who have worked all their life only to carry their money and give to scammers from Nigeria because Nigeria support them. UN ECOWAS warns Nigeria against election violence. This warning should be going to the military because the Biafra people have made their choice that they can never validate Nigeria again. And military is threatening that they are going to bring gun to the street. Hear them, we didn't say it. We are saying there's no election. They are bringing gun. They say we don't have what it takes. They say they have more military weapon than us. They say they have all those things. And the question you should ask yourself is, this man that was telling you how he have the military power, he has the weapon, are they not using it now? Where has it gotten them to? Are they not using it to kill Biafrans? Have they succeeded in stopping Biafra with all those weapons they are boasting about? The answer is no. That is to show you that your faith. That is to show you that since they have not used these particular guns and bullets with all these things they have to stop Biafra, they will also not stop Biafra on the 25th of February. They know how they are collecting it now. Woto. Because we are already at war. The war is open. We are making it. It is open already. It has been in the secret for a while. So maybe that day it will become official. And let us see how the military will be shooting Biafrans, and then other Biafrans will be voting. We can never validate Nigeria again. Never. But you see this generation is making history that will save the world. Anybody that supports Nigeria this year, you know that you are a devil advocate. Let us read. UN, United Nations, and the Economic Community of West Africa States, ECOWAS, Tuesday, warned Nigeria against violence in this year's general election, while the UN, they are warning Nigerians instead of warning the military. They are warning Nigerians. Okay, they are warning Nigerians, not Biafrans. I forgot. They have not talked about Biafra. Don't worry. UN will talk about it. They must write about Biafra. Now they are writing Nigeria violent. Nigeria. United Nations and the Economic Community of West Africa State, ECOWAS, Tuesday, violent in this year's general election. Why the UN cautioned that if things go wrong in Nigeria, there would be serious consequences for the peace and the stability of the entire region. The ECOWAS said if violence occurs in Nigeria, no other nation in sub-region could accommodate Nigeria refugee. Why? Why are they running away from Nigeria refugee? Is Nigeria not part of the UN Charter? Didn't Nigeria sign the pact and ratify the UN? Why are you threatening Nigerians that nobody will give them refugee? Nigeria have taken much refugee from other countries. So why is the UN threatening Nigeria and threatening Nigerians? That when this war starts, don't run, you must die. Why Nigeria signed an agreement with them? Why Nigeria is a member of the United Nations? So I do not understand. Why is UN breaching its own law even before the thing started? He has given what have you ever seen in the world, anywhere in the world, where UN was telling a country that, now, for example, the Ukraine, or in Syria. Oh, UN was telling Syria, oh, Syria, please, no country will accommodate Syria, so, Europe will not accommodate you. It was America that came to Europe and told them, let's go to Syria. And that was how the immigrant, flooded Europe. They went to Syria, they went to Iraq and all that. UN did not warn Iraq that nobody would take your refugee. UN did not warn Syria. Nobody would take your refugee. UN did not warn Ukraine. But when it comes to Nigeria, they show a very, very particular hatred towards you, because the hatred is not towards the terrorists themselves, but you, who is a Christian. Because UN is dominated in Africa. UN is dominated by Muslims. The ECOWAS is dominated by Muslims. Are you understand? Do you understand me? Not ordinary Muslims, because there are Muslims that are good. They are dominated by these Fulani appointees. And today you see them speaking. They are speaking. They are representing the people that put them there. Do you know the people that are they are appointed to represent Nigeria at the UN? Fulani. Do you know the person they are appointed to represent Nigeria at the ECOWAS? Fulanis. Do you know where they have this meeting that they now warn Nigerians? In Jos, not in Enugu. No meeting of that magnitude can happen in the old Eastern region. It is either in Abuja or in Jos or in Sokoto or in other part of the northern Nigeria. It can never happen in the East. Well, what are they coming to East to do? East to only exist in the paper when it comes to oil. That is where you see the East. If they want to talk about Nigeria today, the Eastern region does not exist. No, it only exists when Shell is mentioned. It only exists when Oando is mentioned. It only exists when all these big oil companies are mentioned. What else do you have in the Eastern region? You don't have nothing. There is no embassy. There is no seaport. There is no international recognized organization in that region. Nothing. Everything is in Lagos and Abuja. Okay? So the UN is here telling you, warning you against its own law, against its own responsibility. The responsibility of the UN is to maintain peace. Now, is UN doing that? The answer is no, because it has been corrupted. And that is why Trump fought them. Trump was very hard on UN because it was full of corruption. And we're saying the same thing. UN has failed. How can you come and start threatening Nigeria? Not that no nation will give them refugee. why they have actually accommodated more of refugees than other countries, even in crisis. Even in crisis. And when they are warning about this refugee, they know that Fulani does not go and take refugee. They are warning against Christians. Because if anybody is going to take refugee, it is you from the southern Nigeria that will run away to let me run and safeguard my family. The Fulani doesn't run. They die there. So they are already telling you, okay, go to Europe today. How many Fulanis are in Europe seeking asylum? How many Northerners from Borno State is in Europe seeking asylum? You don't see that. If you see anybody from Borno State, is a liar. If anybody in Europe here say, I am from Borno State, I come to seek, is a liar. A complete, that is one Nigeria. They are liars. Fallacy. You can't see any Borno man in Europe seeking asylum. So they have been fighting war, there for many years. You can't just walk and say, oh, Abdullahi, how are you? When did you come? I arrived Germany yesterday. I'm seeking asylum in Germany. You cannot see that. You can't go to Holland and say, oh, Ibrahim, how are you? You are, wow, welcome. Where did you come? Are you from Nigeria? Yes, I'm from Borno State. You cannot see that. I challenge everybody. But you see Ibrahim from Iraq, they are in Europe. You see Ibrahim from Syria, they are in Europe. You see all these people from Arab countries, they are in Europe. But Nigeria owns, you don't see them here. So when UN is warning against refugee, they are not warning against the Fulanese. They are not warning against them. They are warning against you. It's you that is shouting P2B that they are warning against. That is to show you the hatred they have. There has never been any time I saw in any news where UN warned a country that their citizen will not be accommodated anyway. They are warning you ahead of time. They thought that when they say you will not be accommodated, we are going to now hide ourselves and say, oh, if this happens, they're not going to accommodate us. So this limit, at the end of the day, it is not us that will be seeking for refugee. The game will change this time around. So I want all of you to see the impunity of the United Nations. They gave the warning in Jos. You see, they gave the warning in Jos, not in Enugu, not in Abia, not in Owerri, not in Anambra, in Jos, Plateau State Capital, at a mediation training. Every training is in the north. Every training is in Jos, in Kaduna, in Gafagan. Every training is in the north. You can never read in any newspaper. They say, oh, while in Enugu for training. You can't read it. Any day you see something like that, you know that Nigeria means to go. There are mediation training and the interactive engagement with the Inter-Party Advisory Council and other stakeholders drawn from the North Central and Northeast on non-violent 2023 election. When you read this now, you think that later on they are going to come to East. They are not going to come to East. I am telling you, they can go to Northeast and Northwest and go to North Central and all, but when it comes to East, you cannot see them. Over 30 persons have been reportedly killed and many others injured in 2023 general election-related violence in part of the country. It is good that I'm talking about it. There have also been a series of attacks on offices of the Independent National Electoral Commission in part of the country, especially in the southeast, many of which were linked to the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. You can imagine, they are in us telling you what was linked to IPOB, leading to the killings of several INEC staffers and security personnel. They are in the north too. In the north, they are talking about the southeast. Have you seen this kind of hatred before? This UN are in the north, where Boko Haram have rendered and captured everywhere. They are addressing the southeast. From north to, from terrorist zone, They are addressing IPOB in the Southeast. What else do you need to know? That the people that you see call the names of this UN now, you are going to be shocked. If I'm going to call the name of this ECOWAS that we are making this training of this, you are going to be shocked because you must see Fulani there. How can you be in the north discussing insecurity and election, and then you are in the north where the whole thing is happening? You didn't discuss, you are talking about Southeast. As if it is only in the Southeast that they have burnt INEC office. My people, make una check this thing. Are they not burning INEC office in the north? Are they not burning police station in the north? Is it not just a few days ago they killed the Reverend Father in the north, burnt everything down? So why do they focus on the Southeast? That is to show you that UN is corrupt. African Union is corrupt. That's why we are not writing nonsense to them again. How can you be in the north, where which is the hub of insecurity in Nigeria, and you are threatening Nigerians about insecurity, about election violence, and you are not mentioning the north? You mentioning the Southeast. That is not fair. But that is to show you the deep shit all of you are into. We are going to fight this thing. Listen, let me tell you. Is it not the UN? What did the UN do to Afghanistan? What did the UN do to our fans who believed in them, who put their hope in America? Or America failed them. They put their hope, because not everybody is loyal to Taliban in Afghanistan. They believe the lies of America. America failed them. This is not a propaganda. UN failed the people who believed in them in Afghanistan. Very plain, and say, oh, come on, you see, don't believe in us. Do not put your hope in us. We can't help you. Our help, is to a certain level. There is a level this thing we get to, we will not be able to help you again. But yet, they continue to lie to Afghanistan's people. They lied to them till the dying minute, until they were running to go and jump inside the aeroplane. Is that what you want my people to do this time around? No. Is that what you want Biafrans, with as educated and wise as we are? Impossible. Impossible. UN have failed. They failed. I am using Afghanistan as an example. They were giving them hope. Oh, don't worry. America bring arms. America bring a weapon. America bring everything, and they were hoping in America. They were hoping in a fake help. And at the end, America failed them. At the end, United Nations failed them. Now, do you know what the United Nations is doing? They are giving sanction. Who cares about their sanction? Afghanistan don't care about them. They are not coming to Europe to get, they don't care about Europe. These are now Arab, Islamic state. They are building their own union. They don't give a shit about you. And then they have a bigger nation that is backing them. A nation like Turkey, Saudi Arabia and co. What do they need? So you think if Afghanistan want to travel now, they will come here and go to America. What do they do with them? They go to Qatar, they go to Turkey, they go to Saudi Arabia and what have you. They don't care about you. They don't. Europe is nonsense to them. They don't. What are they coming to Europe to do? So that you are going to jail them? They don't want to come to Europe. So I'm telling you that we must not fall a victim of this fake promise of the UN that they are in charge. They are not in charge of our life. UN is not in charge. UN have failed us, and we are going to speak to them the way it is, without looking face, without respect. Is it not the word? It is this word is guided by laws. You don't break your own law, and you think we should clap for you. This coming from UN is a threat to me. It's a threat to Biafra people. It's a threat to the people I am fighting to liberate from Nigeria. How can UN come to threaten us that no nation can take refugee from our people? It's a threat which must be condemned. But you see, nobody is condemning it. Because the people there don't even know their left and from their right. Otherwise, is it if Ukraine, if they have told that to Ukraine, I say, Ukraine, please do not fight Russia, because nobody, no country will give you refugee in Europe. By now, the president would have been fired. By now, the UN would have, but everybody would have been fired now. You not even firing, you are going to resign. But when it comes to us, we are telling them that we are equal. We are equal. If you talk to us by threat, we threaten you back, and we are going to insult you. And that's what I'm doing today, without looking face to anybody. How can UN threaten us when the Nigeria they are talking about is a signatory to the United Nations? And Nigeria themselves have offered refugee to many countries in Africa. You threaten us, you are not going to, nobody will give you refugee, so that we will not fight our way out. We are going to fight. And when we come to your country, don't give us the refugee. And I pray it doesn't come to that. So when you are going to see the influence of Nigerians, don't give them refugee. You know, Nigeria, I trust them. I trust them. They will come to your country with crimes. Like this, what happened from Syria, the Arab uprising is a small thing. Nigeria like bees. When the thing will start, everybody will, you will see people they will use leg to go to Libya, and they will cross Libya to Italy. The influence of immigrants will be like, hey, Ghana, population of Ghana will skyrocket. You know, within 1 week, you are going, if Ghana, you are going to see plus 2 million in Ghana. So I trust my people. Everybody must pay for this thing. You people have done very bad, you know, very, very badly. And we are going to take this freedom by force. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter your threat. It does not matter. We are going to get this freedom by force this year. So instead of UN to look into solution, how do we solve this problem? How do we prevent the calamity? UN is not interested in solving the problem because the people that are in UN championing this thing are Fulanis. They are not interested in solving the problem. They are not interested in discussing why are there going to be crisis in Nigeria during the election. They are not going to discuss that. And you think that is normal? They don't want to tell you, okay, let us look into why people should go into violence. Let us see how to solve it. They don't want to go into that. All they want to tell you is to threaten you. You are not going to get, we will force ourselves into your country. That I mean for those who will not stand the heat when it starts. So let us read. They continue. Speaking at the lesson, and let me read it again, because I said they did not mention Northern Nigeria. They were in the North reporting against South. There have been series of attacks on office of the Independent National Electoral Commission in part of the country, especially the Southeast, many of which were linked to the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. There's no way the newspaper will write without indicting IPOB. Now, that means you have not started, leading to the killing of several INEC staffs and security personnel. Now, speaking at the session with IPAC, Sadat, okay, you see, I say when I read the name, you'll be shocked. Look at, speaking at the session with IPAC, Sadatu Shabu. Have you seen the name? Sadatu Shabu, who represented the United Nations office for West Africa. Have you seen it? You know, I have not read this. But when I told you that Fulani is in charge, they have positioned their people even at the UN. You don't believe me. You think that if a reasonable person have come to such meeting, he will not single out the Southeast? He will not single out IPOP? No. At every given opportunity, they indict IPOB. They indict Biafrans. That is their job. And what he has just come here to do in this particular meeting is to make sure he mentions IPOB as those committing violence. And then he goes, oh, but you're gonna paper. Look at the person who is representing UNO, Sadatu Shabu, who represented United Nations Office for West Africa and Sahel, said if things go wrong in Nigeria, there will be negative consequences for the peace and stability of the entire region. And what he is trying to avoid is telling you that there is already negative consequences already for peace and stability in the region already now as I speak. Is he pretending not to know that? And then they continue. Brown Odigie, ECOWAS program officer, mediation, charged all stakeholders on the peaceful conduct of 2023 election. I do not need to tell you the name Odigie, where it come from. These are the people that there are people that are ranting on social media from Edo. These are them. They will, anything that goes against Biafra, you are going to see people that have, perpetual hatred against Igbos and Biafrans, championing it. Odegie, represented by the ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Ebel Fatu. Are you hearing? This Odegie did not even come, who is from Edo by name. Represented by ECOWAS Commissioner, he could not go to speak for his own side. He was represented by Ebel Fatu, another Fulani. Two Fulani conspired in the same place, in the same time, in the same meeting, and they spewed fire against Biafrans, against the southeast Nigeria. Do you see it? Odiege, just like what they do at the National Assembly, you elect them to go there and represent you. Instead of them to represent you, anytime there is a reading or, of any legislative, any law that they want to pass into, all of them will run to Abuja, to Lagos. Ike Kuremadu will tell you, I was on errand. The other one will tell you, I was at a committee. They will send them out because they were never real. Look at somebody, he came there, he couldn't go there, Odige, he was represented by another Fulani. He urged all candidates and their parties to uphold the signed peace accord and the electoral guidelines. They advise all candidates. But when they want to talk about the crisis, it is not all part of Nigeria. They have to single out IPOB in the southeast. But when it comes to the candidate, they did not single out one candidate and say, oh, you have something to do with Boko Haram. As example, the presidential running mate to Tinubu. No, but when it comes to anything in the Igbo is involved, the Fulani will paint it blue, black, and red. He stated, this is a mediation often done in country across ECOWAS region. We are doing it for Nigeria because it's a strategic member of the ECOWAS. You see, it's a strategic member of the ECOWAS, yet you are threatening them that no country will accommodate them. Nigeria is a strategic member of ECOWAS. You are threatening Nigerians that nobody will accept them within the ECOWAS state. No, did you be that? Nigeria has a huge population. The election can generate conflict. You already know that it is not like it can. The military already told you they are generating the conflict. Military already told you they have arms. Military told you they have war machine. Military are ready to pull out all their armory to the street. So what are you contemplating about conflict? Conflict is already there because military already declared the conflict even before the election. And we are not going to fold our arms and watch military kill us. We will defend ourselves. And that's so it's going to be a conflict of the fighting and the self-defense. If not effectively managed, it is already there. You cannot effectively manage it when the military have issued a statement on a video. I have played the video that they have war machine and have more arms and the Biafra people cannot stand them. So it means we are going to wait for them. And when violence occurs with the enormous population of Nigeria, it can split to other neighboring countries. I can assure you that no member within the zone of ECOWAS has the capacity to accommodate refugees from Nigeria. Then why are you then not talking about what is going to lead to this refugee? If you avoid it today, did you avoid it tomorrow? If you avoid the refugee in February next month, are you going to avoid it in March? What if you avoid it in March? Will you avoid it in April? Because the conflict and the refugee, it must happen. So the question is, when is it going to happen? Are you manage it? The National Secretary IPAC, Yusuf, either here. Another secretary, the name is Yusuf Dantale. Another Fulani again. You know, once whether it is a Fulani or not, we just give the person Fulani because of the name. But it is the same agenda. National Secretary IPAC is what? Yusuf Dantale. Nobody has a better qualified to become secretary of this ECOWAS, UN, and all of them are Fulani. Said politicians often get desperate because of huge election spending. You see, they are putting it to politicians. INEC chair, Chantan House, assured pool conduct. INEC went to Chantan House and assured pool conduct. He is going to the Chantan House to assure them that election will take place. He is not assuring Nigerians. So he is not assuring Nigerians that election is going to take place. He has to, first of all, assure the British government. Because that is what you call original indirect rule. Indirect rule. The chairman of INEC, Professor Mohammed Yakubu, you see, everything you see is Fulani. Chairman of INEC, Professor Yakubu, from all the things I have been reading today, only one Odige is involved. From UN to ECOWAS to INEC, only one Odige is involved, and he did not attend the meeting. Are you connecting the dot? Yakubu Muhammad, Tuesday, reassured of the conduct of the 2023 election, despite the various attacks on the commission facility across the nation. You see? And then he continued. He spoke at the Royal Institute of International Affairs, also known as Chatham House, London, on Nigeria 2023 election preparation and a priority for electoral integrity and inclusion. It is only Nigeria that goes to Chatham House to assure them of their election. Other countries will come and have their election in their own country, speaking to their citizens. But when it comes to Nigeria, it is only the Nigeria that go to Britain and convince Britain that they want to rule Nigeria and they have a better plan to rule Nigeria. Is that one not juju? If that is not juju, what else is juju? Now, I have shown you names from UN, Muslim, from ECOWAS, Muslim, from INEC, Muslim. In this whole thing, no single Christian from southern Nigeria were represented.
You have President, Northwest Muslim. You have Senate President, Northeast Muslim. You have INEC Chairperson, Northwest Muslim. You have Speaker of the House of Representatives, Southwest Muslim. You have Chief of Air Staff, Northeast Muslim. Minister of Defense, North. Chief of Army Staff, Northeast Muslim. Inspector General of Police, North Central Muslim. National Security Advisor, Northeast Muslim. Director, National Intelligence Agency, Muslim North. Director General, SSS, Northwest Muslim. Comptroller General of Immigration, Northwest Muslim. Comptroller General of Customs, North Muslim. Comptroller General of Civil Defense, Muslim North. Comptroller General of Nigeria Immigration Prison Service, Muslim North. Acting Chairman of EFCC, Northeast Muslim. Chief Justice of the Federation, Northeast Muslim. Code of Conduct Head, Muslim, Northeast. Managing Director, Post Authority, Northwest Muslim. NIMASA, North Muslim. NNPC Managing Director, Northeast Muslim. Minister of Education, Northeast Muslim. National Universities Commission, Northwest Muslim. JAM, Southwest Muslim, and so on and so forth. We can keep on
the way it is
on
currently.
and on.
Nigeria is fighting both a religious war and a tribal war. And the religious war is from the people who want to implode and put in the jihadi, faction and way of life, as well as a tribal war where we are seeing the Igbos and the Yorubas and Hausas all saying that they want to separate from Nigeria. I feel like the first things to be on the agenda should be, how do we disintegrate Nigeria? How do we make Nigeria go back to, everyone goes back to their own particular space? Looking at the history of Nigeria, you would see that the founding fathers of modern day Nigeria never wanted Nigeria to work, and that was why they put Nigeria the way it is. And we've spoken about how much people migrate to other parts of the world and develop other parts of the world. Most of the people who do this are the Igbo-speaking tribe of Nigeria. They're the ones who are most concerned about development and progression. But there are some sect of people in Nigeria that are seeking to hold Nigeria down, and you've mentioned them. We all know them, and they're the Fulanis. They're the ones who are hell-bent on making sure that Nigeria becomes South Sudan or becomes Syria, and just ensure that the caliphate of militants, there will be a hybrid of militants that will be sent all the way from Nigeria to other parts of West Africa to cause even more havoc for Africans. So I would say this, and this is just my suggestion, it doesn't have to be followed, but I would say that right now, all hands should be on deck to see how we can disintegrate Nigeria. How can we ensure that people who are shouting or clamoring for Biafra, people who are clamoring for Oduduwa, people who are clamoring for whatever they are clamoring for, how can we ensure that they can go back and create their own nations in Nigeria and see how those people can develop collectively as a group or as a tribe? Because if not, if we continue to say that we want to go in and create a system whereby we help people in power, they've already infiltrated. We will only the Americans will only be giving the secrets to the enemies, and that's the fact. We would only be empowering the enemy for what they already.
All right, let them come. Let them come. We don't need to read all these things. I've been able to prove to you the impunity of the United Nations, the failure of the UN and ECOWAS. That's why we are here this evening, and we are going to receive calls for you to know that we cannot rely on UN. They have failed. We cannot rely on anybody. It is only us. Those who want to help us will come on the way when we have started the liberation of Biafra, when we have started the fight. Those who care for us will come. I am telling you. But for us to wait for UN to save us from being lynched and annihilated, it's not possible. For us to wait for America to come is not possible. They are going to join us or join our enemy. Either way, we will fight it this time around differently. So I want to call on Biafrans to remain resolute. Stand your ground. Just like our leader said today, you see the message is coming. When the message comes from Onyendu, we know. Did you all hear the Onyendu message? I want to read it. I want to read the Onyendu message. I want to read the Onyendu message. Let us go there. Here we go. Let us read the message. You see that you people are not telling me refresh. refresh. This our channel is you know. I have not heard refresh. I don't know whether it is because the comment, I'm not reading it, or is it? Why are you people not telling me refresh? Alenora Okoro, why are you people not telling me refresh? Let us read comment for those watching through the Enter Biafra Channel 1. Enter Biafra Channel 1, viewers. Let us read your comment. That is one comment I saw now that is very funny. The guy say, after explaining to his people in Ebonyi State, the father told him that the only thing that will make him to come outside is when he go to toilet. That was funny. That was funny. In India, UN excluded Nigeria from getting ration that are being shared to every refugee and asylum and asylum seekers globally. Oh, they have already discriminated you in India. All right. Another Okoro is laughing. Kelly Udo in India, UN excluded Nigeria. Okay. Jingming and presidency, they want it to be Muslim. Yes, so we know them. They gang up like vultures. Rafael Ajare is there. Rafael Ajare has logged into Enter Biafra too. Rafael, anya gị na chagwogu. Nigeria permanent representative to the UN United Nations in New York is Tijani Mohammed. You see, permanent representative Tijani Mohammed Bande. They are planted everywhere. Maraiga this time around. Let us see how they are going to escape this one. Shameless people go outside their shows to campaign. Oh, Fulani breed. Why are they adding Sahel to the West Africa? They sneak in things and watch for reaction. Yeah, that's what they do. They sneak in things and then they watch for the reaction of people. Once nobody reacted, which nobody does, usually, it becomes part of it. And Harry Johnson, UN is a failure to humanity. And it does have the quality to be known for fighting for human rights. United Nations is a scam. I agree with you. Israel, Amaifula, all hail Biafra. We hail you, great spirit. We are here for the liberation of Biafra. Woto to the enemies of Biafra. Yep, that is from Israel, Amaifu. Chima Irechuku, God bless you. Master Simon, bless you too. Princess AG, keep hitting them hard. Yes, UN is corrupt. I have come to the realization that all these organizations are compromised. I have no respect for them too. Exactly. And then we have Wilson on stay. Those we think that can condemn it are empty. Jingming, Ifoma, they are comfortable in Boko Haram region. That tells me they have a hand in the event in Nigeria. UN, and then we have the P-man is the name. Zaria, I think it was making reference to when I said something. Mazi, you are correct. The Fulani do not travel to Europe because they understand that they can't live in a sane country. Exactly. Mazi, in our history, we will write how the Western treated us. Yes. And then we have David, good man, right on, my Lord. And then we have Chidebere Nwali. Chidebere Nwali said, after explaining to my people in the village, Ebonyi State, my father told me that only thing that will make people is if he want to toilet. This is the funny comment. And only when the father, when he go to the toilet. Oh my goodness. When you go to the toilet, that kind of toilet, the kind of toilet where you have to leave the house and then go to another place where you can enjoy yourself and take all the breeze in this life. That is the kind of toilet he's talking about. Because so that some of you will not be wondering that, how can somebody see you when you are going to toilet? The toilet is the original toilet, the natural toilet, the toilet that blesses you with everything, nature. You will go to the toilet, breeze will be blowing you everywhere. That is the kind of toilet I believe he's talking about. So don't misunderstand him. Right. Water. Biafra say no election. Exactly. So that Chidebere is funny. And the father is going to come out only when he goes to the toilet. that is funny. And then we have Uche Peter Bassi. Mazi, call me Eunice. I didn't hear Kankwe. No going back. All right, I see you. Chris Ken, they are soliciting for external help from Interpol and ECOWAS police. Okay, let them continue to solicit help from ECOWAS and internal whatever. We did here. We don't need refreshing anymore. All hail Biafra. Simon, we should have been here before now. Yes, so we are not refreshing. I'm wondering why, because the picture just stand bar and watching both from the boat screen, and there is nothing like a refresh and refresh. So that is good. The era of refresh is over. Chris Ken, oh hey Biafra. We are not backing down. UN cannot intimidate us. Exactly. They can't. God bless you. Faisal Ali, it's hard time you know that Nigeria is designed to fail and never to favor its citizen. Stop living in a fool paradise by thinking that Peter Obi Igbo could win the presidential election by any chance. As such assertion could only happen in a mirage, for it's impossible in today's Nigeria. Nigeria is divided along tribal lines, and we can never coexist in such enslaved. Moreover, Nigeria 100 years of mirage has expired long ago, and they failed to renegotiate it, and they would never, irrespective of whose us is God, even when our internal leader Odumegwu Ojukwu tried his best to renegotiate Nigeria, it resorted to the Biafra War. The last time I tried to cast my vote after I have bribed my way out, was the time wasted it took me to register and collected my voter's card. The Nigerian military almost shot all of us in my ward, FGGC Owerri, dead for coming out to cast our vote in peace. And we narrowly escaped death that day, and I swore never to validate the caliphate agenda again by participating in their blood-sucking election. Therefore, I employ us to agitate for a referendum, plebiscite, or fight to restore our beautiful nation, Biafra. Thank you very much. That was a very well-detailed one. And then we have, I think it's because we don't have thousands of viewers. Okay? And then this one say, the channel is super. Therefore, no refresh. No refresh needed. This is a sound broadcast. Yeah, Enter Biafra is the real deal. Yes, I think it is not about the thousands of viewers, but I think the social media have some, have issues. So, and this broadcast is coming from a different coding. So the social media have to pass through one thing or the other. So the broadcast can never be, you can still have like lesser people in the social media platform, and you still have problems. So I think we are going to see how it goes when we begin to hit thousands here. When we begin to hit 1,000 here, we are going to see how it goes. The two channels now have almost. This one have about 300 something. The other one have about 300 something. in the both channels. So the both channels were close to 1,000 as as well. And those people that are watching from other side, you know that the only way you can access the Enter Biafra if you are in Nigeria is to use the VPN, and it will give you access to that. All right, so let us go to our phone calls, and we're going to have call for 20 minutes. This broadcast will last for 2 hours, and so after 2 hours, we call it a day. And tomorrow, we are going to then address the video of Kanayo or Kanayo. Our broadcast tomorrow is going to be like planned before today. So if it does not work out, it is going to be either twice or again once as usual. So, but follow us on Twitter, and you are going to get update on our schedules and the program for tomorrow. All right, the line is open for calls. Let us hear your opinion and all that. But before the calls, please let us read what the update from our leader today. As you can see, this is the update today. This is the update. I just exited today's visitation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Topics covered included the appeal pending before the Supreme Court and the latest cases I filed last week. The truth is that detention is tough, but Onyendu is tougher. He asks all to be as tough and maintain their positions. I know you understand that, when you talk about being tough, no other group is tough. The group is talking about to be tough, right? All right, let us hear your call and your opinion. You're welcome. One moment. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, my lovely brother. I'm very happy to talk to you. It's my first time to talk.
Your first time?
It's my first time to call on this program. Very pleasant. I'm very, very happy to speak with you.
What motivated you to?
Honestly speaking, it didn't touch me so much because these people have already hit us in a way that we can never forget.
Yes.
In my life, I am someone that always stay by and watch development before I move. I take my action. Understand? I know who I am before I left Nigeria, but I still thank God for everything that God have done to us and to you, for you to make us to be in this land of living today. Because without you, I don't know whether we are going to survive by now. I'm very, very happy to talk to you. So that's what motivates me. Your program this night motivates me so much. So that's why I have to call. Wow. I come to the reality and the movement of the day, and I want to be a part of it. Seriously.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Always follow us on the program and also fundraising. Very important now.
Yeah. You don't need to tell me. My eye have already opened.
Your eye have opened now. I clap for you.
Oh, just speaking. I cannot tell you lie. I have to tell you the truth. My eye have already opened. What that is why I called you is that I want the Europe to know that no matter what they do, no matter what they're going to do, we are all over the world.
Yes.
If they need the world all over the world, we are going to give them. The only thing they have to do, allow us to go in peace. Exactly. If they need war, all over folklore of the world, we are there. God knows why it pushes us out for us to establish all over folklore of the world. Let them put their brain together and understand that God knows the reason why it pushes us out or to go all folklore of the world to stay. No country will exist. And if they need war, we are going to give them war all over folklore of the world. We are not hiding it.
Exactly.
So the only thing they have to do for them to allow us to go peacefully and lovely. If they need war, we are going to give them war. Simon, I'm not speaking. I don't know how to thank you. I don't know how to say God to bless you. Even my heart is full of joy. Today, I don't know how to say it. I'm not speaking. My mom called me yesterday and told me, my son, what is happening? The country is not okay. I said, no problem, mom. I'm trying to, to make sure that everything stay okay with them. But honestly speaking, Nigeria is boring. We have to leave. We have to go out of that country. Seriously, we need to go out. Brother, continuously do your work. We are behind you, and God is behind you. Thank you so much. I don't have any other thing to say. And the other thing I have to say, please, you have this number. Anytime you want to move out for us to go to that country, Nigeria, call me. I will be available. I tell you, I will be available, seriously. And if they need us for us to sink this Europe, we are going to sink it.
I believe Europe will support. Nobody is happy with the evil that is emanating from Nigeria. So I believe that time shall tell. Just watch and see. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
so much.
we
Thank
continue.
You.
You're welcome to the program.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, hello, good evening, sir. Mazi.
Good evening.
Yeah, Mazi, please, I want to ask a question. Thank you very much for your good work. So I have to thank you first because I don't need to talk now because I already know that you are in the right track. So nobody is doubting what is going on. So, but my question is, the same time that, it's just a suggestion, the same time that they are doing that the election will take place in Biafra land, is it possible the people that is in the Western world we can conduct maybe like something like a protest in some kind of embassy, if it's possible?
Thank you very much. We could put it into consideration. That's a good idea.
Okay, thank you, Mazi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, that's a good idea. You're welcome to the program.
Yeah, this is Gaddafi of Biafra, the great dragon.
Gaddafi, how are you?
I'm trying to be fine.
Okay. Good. Go ahead.
Mazi, see, if you can see this, our message from Onyendu, the update, you see that is a direct message, not adulterated message.
Yes.
It's different from our Onyendu is in a high spirit. Maybe he's telling us our Onyendu is high. Maybe don't smoke or don't drink alcohol.
Yes.
Not like that. This is a direct message. Say we should maintain our to maintain our stand. You know, maintain.
He didn't say stand though. He said tough.
Maintain our tough. Sorry, maintaining our tough is a very big message which we will not understand.
Yes.
But we understand.
Yes.
Yeah, that is one. And two, for these people to go to hire people, showing that we have defeated them.
Exactly.
Then three, for the names listed there, the Biafran people and the world can see that even the way they structure Nigeria Muslim is the same way they take it outside. And the world out there don't ask questions. They should be able to ask, is it only this tribe that is in Nigeria? Nigeria is above 200 million. Why is it only this particular tribe, both inside and outside?
Okay, that's a very good
what
question.
They are doing, they know what they are doing. So as they don't ask questions, sir, meaning they are involved in this conspiracy against Biafran people. But nevertheless, we don't need them. You and neither we need ECOWAS. Whether they like it or not, today they've recognized Afghanistan, meaning they will soon recognize Biafra. And we are going to declare our Biafra. All we need is more guns and bullets. Simple. All the people that have their money should open their eyes and bring it for us to support what we are doing.
Exactly.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you.
And God bless Biafran people. And God bless the spirit of Biafra that is resting upon you and upon us. God bless you, sir.
Bless you. Thank you very much. Right. Continue. You're welcome to the program. Hello?
Yes. Mazi?
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to tell you, say, me, next month, I don't buy my case to go Biafra land. I'm from Delta State. I go defend my land. Me are based for Italy. Me go defend my own father's land.
Great.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Great.
I don't buy my ticket next month. I dare my father. Make it happen for my head.
Great.
I will defend my own father's land. They're not they tell me that one. No. I go die for my children. Not my children go die for me.
You know, but don't worry. The thing is that these people don't know. These people don't know that Biafra, the freedom is already here.
No, this one, as I tell you, my ticket. You see that February, I did here. I did that country. Even though say no, come made I hope. I did here. No. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
I did. I tried what my better. I did push it away.
No, the thing is that this is the time that our freedom will come, and
no. You see this who just give today, It's just like say you give me another stone hat. You see stone hat, they carry my hat and put for back. Another stone hat. No. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you. I will sleep well today now.
No.
Thank you.
All right. We continue. Yes. Now, everybody eye will open now. Like before. Hello. Victor, how you take they do this? How you take they do this call that it always go through? Victor, you're welcome to the program.
Oh, Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here.
Please, Mazi, I want to ask a question based on this wonderful news that we hear from our leader.
Yes.
Because this news, it's just like they pour me cold water this evening. You understand? But my question now is, Mazi, those areas that believing what Fellow White is saying, that we should calm down. Now, my question now with them, this information now that Mazi, our leader, said now, is our leader telling us to be tough by calming down, or is our leader telling us to be tough by what we are doing? I just want to know. Because this message that Mazi bring us now have covered everything that Fellow White have been telling us for more than 1 year.
But of course, we are not arguing about that. He's the one who sold our leader now, so you'd expect something good to come from him.
Hey, in fact, this message, that is where I focus. This message, it just brings the spirit in me to show me the lion that our leader is.
Yes. So when a message comes from our leader, you don't need to know. You don't need to ask questions. You know that the message comes from him.
Hey, my goodness. And another thing again I want to touch it. This article that in Google, they say article is the owner of Nigeria.
No, Dangote. Dangote.
Dangote. You see the reason why? Is it because every money they're taking out from Nigeria come from is through that man.
Mm.
Every fraud that they did in Nigeria is from that man.
Mm.
You know, my brother, thank you very much. Thank you. In fact, even this our channel. If I'm looking at this channel in LG television like this, I look at the leak. Look at the leak something. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for your good work.
Thank you. And some people are asking. How would who is this? Mr. Nature Man is asking, how would we, Mazi, how can we watch previous videos? I can't find them. I can't find the ones I didn't watch. Yes, if you want to watch the previous broadcast, like, afternoon broadcast, you always go to Twitter. Go to Twitter, go to our Facebook page, enter Biafra Facebook page, go to Twitter. The link is posted there. So once you click that link, you are going to see the topic, like Simon Ekpa live broadcast, the date, and what I was talking about. You click the link, it will take you directly to the broadcast here on Enter Biafra. So it's very simple as that. And very soon we are also going to be sending it to those who subscribe by email, and you can get a link to watch the broadcast directly to your email. So for now, what you have to do is follow on our Twitter, follow on Facebook. Once the broadcast ends, it takes few time, and we upload it to the website. And once we upload it to the website, it appears on Facebook, it appears on Twitter, and you just click the link, it takes you directly to the broadcast. As simple as that, Mr. Nature Man. All right, you're welcome to the program.
Hello, good evening, Simon.
Good evening.
Yeah, I don't have much to say.
Okay.
You remember the mental toughness
yes.
our leader talked about?
Yes.
Today he repeated the toughness.
Exactly.
It doesn't need any other explanation. This is the time for that mental toughness. That
yes.
we should be more tough as we are. So I'm very, very grateful. We are on the right track.
Exactly.
That is the only thing I want to say. We are on the right track.
Thank you.
So all these soothsayer, all those moron talking rubbish, Carlo White and all of them, they will now be regretting. How would they involve themselves in those trash?
Yes.
I'm very, very happy. This is the mental toughness. And only us that knows the truth, that he said that we should leave our mind, we will go with our brain.
Exactly.
And we are doing the right thing. I'm very, very happy. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I don't have to say much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. We are going to end here. This is exactly 2 hours of the broadcast. So we continue tomorrow with the video. The first broadcast tomorrow will be analyzing the video of Kanayo or Kanayo. When you come to our program, if you are searching to watch a previous broadcast, go to any of the media team, or you go to Twitter, you go to Facebook, or to any of the media team that stream this thing live. You can go and watch it from there, or you go to Twitter and click on the link that will take you to the live broadcast and watch it there. For those who if you for one reason or the other you were not able to watch our live broadcast and you are searching for it, just go to Twitter and you're going to see a link to that, or go to Facebook and you're going to see a link to that. Thank you very much, and see you again tomorrow, and we will continue from there. May God bless Mazinam Dikano. May God bless Sunday Boho. May God bless Professor Banji. May God bless Biafra and all of you. May God bless Umuada and their husband. May God bless our media team. May God bless our Eastern Security Network. May God bless Gallant Men, all our alliances. May God bless all of you. May God bless those who are working very, very hard, especially in different group committees and all that. May God bless you, and bless all our chiefs, our elders, our pastors, our reverend sisters and reverend fathers, our Ezemos. From here, from me, it is good evening. And when we are saying we want to be free, it is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces. And we, the Biafra people, are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen. Those of you who are planning to have election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. We will disappoint you, and you will disappoint yourself. You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making.
I said, I see they pain them. he does with us. As he does with us, he go to pay.
Kabure kele Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa joko no ya adịrị na mma. The spokesman. Odogwu nwoke ji wee biri na Igbo. Ụmụ Biafra niile si gị isi ke no ya.
So as he does with us.
The next day, being 23rd of January, is on Monday, and the 24th is on Tuesday. So the next sit at home
as he dey pain them, he does with us. As he does with us, he go to pay.
Kabure kele Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa joko no ya adịrị na mma. The spokesman. Odogwu nwoke ji wee biri na Igbo. Ụmụ Biafra niile si gị isi ke no ya.
So as he does with us, he go to pain them.
As I'm watching me on television now, he dey pain them.
Nwoke na-ebe ebe. Oya, ndị Iraq, go and do your job while we focus on decimating Nigeria until 2023.
So, if somebody who is trading your life just to gain relevance in the media space, because everything he tells you is a lie. Everything you see he tells you is a lie. Whenever he is able to convince 2 criminals or 3 criminals in Biafra land, he will come to the media and start shouting, making noise. He will come to the media, start shouting, making noise. Empty vessel. He will be making a lot of noise. And so many people will now believe, no, this guy is doing something. You don't know that noise he's making. You know, it is to trigger violence in Biafra land.
Because you can't stop us. You can gossip all you like, it's irrelevant to me. You can't stop us. Are you going to stop us? Who has gossip ever stopped before?